Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Bruins podcast. My name is Stevie, and I am joined by the wonderful,
Hey guys, I'm Kyle.
and we're once again a little delayed, uh, but that's okay. Of course, if you're not familiar, the softball season did come to an end. We'll go over what happened at the World Series and all that in more detail, but just give like a high level. UCLA finished in sixth place overall, and Texas Longhorns ended up winning another national championship. So today we're just going to recap the World Series and then recap the season as a whole and talk about the future a little bit. So I hope that's something that y'all will love. If you hate it, let us know as always. But yeah, Kyle, are you excited to talk about the season? You followed a lot of it.
I am excited. It's been a good one. It's been a it feels like forever ago, February now, but
Does
we've had a
or
really fun year.
Yeah, we'll get into it in a little bit more depth when we talk about we're going to talk about each of the seniors because we only had three, so we're going to talk about them in depth. We'll go into like the young ones of the future who I think could be key contributors going forward. We did get a transfer already. We'll get to her, so I'm sure if you're listening to this, you already know who she is. But uh, with hopefully more on the way. But first, let's just recap what happened at the World Series. You want to go over to that graphic with the score? So yeah, um, went 1-2 at the World Series for the third year in a row. That's kind of like our thing. At this point, we go 1-2 at the World Series. Opened with Alabama, gave them a fight, led for a good amount of the game. It was 3-1 for a while, and then they kind of broke it open in the sixth there, and we fell to them, uh, 6-3. But a really well played game. One thing about this World Series is we didn't look outclassed at all. Like we looked like we
No.
belonged. We competed with everybody. We led in every game we played in. Um, yeah. Did you remember anything about that Alabama game that you want to touch on real quick?
No, I mean it was what we expected, right? We were able to
Mhm.
put a couple runs up, but it was about not giving up runs to them, and ultimately we just couldn't do that in the end. It got to be a little too much towards the end of the game.
It did. Yeah, we needed to score a little bit more to be able to give ourselves a chance to win that game, but competed. Nothing to be ashamed of there. That was the number one seed. They ended up getting eliminated um, in the
Semi.
semifinal, which it's actually their third time in a row. Alabama is the only team in NCAA softball history to lose twice on semifinal, whatever. I think it's like Monday now. So semi, it used to be called semifinal Sunday, but now I guess it's called semifinal Monday. So that's like kind of like a badge of dishonor for them. It's a really hard thing to stomach when you're 2-0 at the World Series and don't make it to the Champ Series. Uh, UCLA's been there, happened to them in 2018, and it was really difficult then because it felt like that was our year, and we got beat twice by Florida State. It was heartbreaking. We did bounce back and win the next year, which makes it all okay. So we'll see if Alabama can follow that trend. Um, yeah, and then the Arkansas game. What a game at the World Series! Like, what a fun game to
Yeah, just
watch.
everyone showed up.
Yeah, everyone showed. Taylor Tinsley threw a shutout at the World Series, which is never easy, no matter who you're facing. Arkansas was the number six national seed. That's a good team. They swung the bats well all year, and Taylor just wasn't phased. Just gave up three hits, didn't walk that many.
They were number
Obviously,
five, weren't they?
maybe they were five. Yeah, they were
Because
right
four or
around
five
there.
was Nebraska, Arkansas.
Yeah, you're right. They were five. But yeah, obviously kept them in the yard because didn't give up a home run, threw a shutout. But yeah, just the bats showed up. Megan Grant hit her 42nd home run. We'll get into her and all the things that she did this year. But that was her last home run of the season. Ended up being, yeah. But then this Texas Tech game, Jesus, I think I felt every emotion that humans are capable of feeling in this game. Uh, how are you feeling? I know you were watching this game too, Kyle. How were you feeling during it?
Um, you know, in the middle of it, it started to feel like it was going to be over for a minute, right? Like KT had come out, she had really settled in, and we just couldn't hit her, and we were down, I think, 3 runs.
Yes, going into the seventh inning. Well, yeah, yeah, and then that seventh inning, Ramsey Suarez. You kind of felt okay. I kind of felt like Kelly was just playing everybody
No,
just to like,
that's what I thought too. I was like, she wants everyone to touch the field of the World Series. Like,
but I mean, we just refused to go down. It didn't matter who was up. Ramsey Suarez, in and out of the lineup, a pinch hitter all year long. Her entire career hits a home run, and you could see it on her face. Like she's like, "Oh my god, I just hit a home run at the World Series."
yeah,
And in the back of my head, I'm like, "Okay, I mean, cool moment, but our season's gonna end in this inning." And then Jasmine Leyva, a freshman walk on, comes up against the best pitcher in the country,
first
million.
pitch swinging, right?
I think it was the second pitch of the at
Yeah.
bat. $1 million arm gets a single, and then it was like, oh my god, Megan and Jordan are gonna bat, and we only need 2 runs to keep this thing going. And you know when like I knew Jordan was gonna do it is when Megan flew out, and she turns and looks at Jordan and points at her and is smiling, and you just knew it was happening again. The most clutch player that I have ever got the chance to see, Jordan Woolery does it again. Her second home run of the game. If you're not like familiar, we'll get into Jordan more because she is a slide just for herself. But I I could not have been more proud of this UCLA team. The refusal to quit. Um, they played as such a team. It could have been anyone. So many people stepped up at different points throughout the year. Kelly said it in her post-game interview. I wasn't even, and I agree with her. Like there was no sadness. It was just like it was there was no quit on our team, and it was really fun. It was just a really fun year, really fun World Series. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anything
I would
else?
agree with that. It was a super fun game to have our final game as. It was a really great World Series, and Texas comes out on top at the end, and congratulations to them. Anything else you want to talk about from these three games?
No, Taylor just, and then we'll talk about Taylor. Taylor gave us everything she had in that Texas Tech game. Like she just battled and refused to quit. Another one who just refused to quit.
Yeah,
Uh, really super proud of her. Um, should we talk about the? I have a little slide for the all tournament team,
there we go.
uh, which Taylor, which I'm really glad they gave it to Taylor because there were lots of pitchers with lower ERAs than her, but maybe none more impactful other than Tegan Caban, obviously, uh, than Taylor Tinsley at this World Series. Threw every pitch for us, competitive, never looked like she just kept us in every ball game. You know,
Hmm.
she gave us a chance every time, and that's all we could ask for Taylor at this World Series is give us a chance, and she did it. She did it every time,
And then
and
for Jordan, it really wasn't a good weekend before that final game.
yeah, 5 RBIs in her final game. Just and goes out in the only way that Jordan Woolery knows how is hitting home runs off of Nigel Kennedy and getting RBIs and coming up clutch. I think if there was like an honorable mention all tournament team, Megan Grant would have made it. I think she only had the 2 hits. They were both home runs. She just got walked a lot. You
Yeah,
know, that's just gonna happen with her. Uh,
I agree.
another one. Another one who had a good World Series is Riley Slimp. She had a very solid World Series.
Oh, absolutely.
Couple of extra base hits, a home run off of Jocelyn Brisky to get us going in that game. That was huge. Um,
And then
anyone else
Suji
stand out for
Berry
you?
had
Sujin
that
had a home run.
3-run homer in the first game. Or no, second game.
Second game,
Second game.
Arkansas game, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Alina
I think
Garcia
Alina
had a
Garcia had a good weekend.
pretty good World Series.
Had some defensive laps towards the end of the World Series a little bit, but that's okay. She's still young, right? So we'll look
Uh,
for that to like grow and change over the following years.
every shortstop's going to make mistakes. You
Yeah,
can't expect in a 9 inning softball game. She did, you know what I mean? Like it's
sure.
one. We didn't lose that game because of Alina.
No, I agree. And like to the people who were saying that online, I'm sure that wasn't our listeners, but the people who were talking about like blaming it on one person, like that's just not what it is. Like they all fought for as much time as they could get with each other, right? And they really did maximize it.
Yeah. The one who I would say did struggle at this World Series is Brie Alejandre. I really hope that she gets a chance to come back here and have a really nice World Series. Because she did not have a good World Series by her standards, and that's okay. You're gonna, no one's gonna be on all the time. It doesn't define her. She had a great season, great freshman campaign.
Hmm.
We'll talk about her a little bit later, but all right. So let's get into these seniors. So the first one, Megan Grant, of course, like obviously what stands out, jumps off the page. The first thing is she is the new home run queen, a record that stood for decades, I think since the 90s. Lauren Espinosa's 37 home runs in a single season has been shattered. It is now 42 home runs in a single season in way less games, way less at bats, all the things. Megan Grant is the career home run record holder of UCLA. She passed Stacey Newman with that home run against Arkansas. Um, yeah, so just all the things. She also, Megan, broke the single season slugging percentage record of the NCAA. Just what a year. Like to go from a basketball natty to this is just, you would have never thought that this was even possible. If you had asked me before when she got signed on to basketball, I was like, okay, she's going to go play basketball. That'll be fun for her. Yeah, we thought that they could win the natty, so that's cool. And then to then say, oh, then she's going to go break the single season home run record. Okay, now you're getting a little bit. This isn't a video game, right? Like,
I remember talking to Stevie when Meg signed for the basketball team and when she like started the actual season for basketball. And you were really on the train that playing basketball was going to have her a little not locked in for softball.
well, softball hitting specifically, it's very repetition based. It's like gymnastics in that way, where if you're not taking consistent swings and seeing consistent pitches, your swing could suffer. Your
Sure.
game could fall off. But I think with Megan, it freed her up a little bit. It took some pressure off of her because she didn't play at all. In the past, you could tell Megan was feeling the pressure to be the best hitter. She came in, was the best hitter in her class coming out of high school. There was so many expectations on her, and I think she took that into her first 2 years. But these last 2 years, specifically this year, she was just up there swinging. She knew if I don't come through, it's okay. But she played with so much confidence this year, and that really shined through.
Sure, absolutely. I would agree with that. She was so fun to watch all year. I love the energy she was able to bring to the basketball team and her limited time with them. And
Hmm.
then getting to watch her have this kind of year in softball
I
just was
know.
really special.
Isn't it funny, like the dual personas, like on the basketball court, like she was like so silly and goofy, and then
And then
at
she has her
softball,
whole like home run routine of like,
yeah, and she's like kind of terrifying. um, no, we love Megan Grant. Like, these three Bruins that we're going to talk about, these three seniors are all Bruin freaking legends.
and
Uh,
then I would say not to get too far ahead, but let's look at the AUSL has started since
mhm.
then, and Megan's hit 2 home runs in her first 2 games.
300 footer was our first one.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, Megan Hart.
they were both nearly 300, right? The other one was like 290 something.
I didn't see the second one, but
Yeah.
yeah. Well, should we get over to the other pros?
Yeah.
Jordan last. Okay, all three of them are pros. So, all right, Taylor Tinsley. Okay, I'm gonna say a little thing on Taylor Tinsley. Taylor is not going to go down as one of the best pitchers in terms of ERA at UCLA, or wins at UCLA, or starts at UCLA, or championships at UCLA. But Taylor will go down as one of the most impactful pitchers ever to pitch at UCLA, just because of what this year could have been without Taylor Tinsley. Um, you know what I mean, Kyle?
Absolutely.
She was dealt a hand that she was not prepared for, that the team was not prepared for, and nobody saw coming. We were supposed to have three very good pitchers this year. I'm not going to say their names because they're no longer Bruins. I don't think they want to be associated as Bruins. So, but we were supposed to be a pitching staff this year and a good one that she was supposed to lead as a senior. And those two pitchers left. And all of a sudden, Taylor found herself in a position where she was the only arm with any experience on our team. And she could have, uh, let her senior year just fall by the wayside. She's already played at the World Series 2 times, had great success there, has had a great career, and she didn't sign up for this. You know what I mean, Kyle? This is not what she signed up
Oh,
for.
absolutely. I 100% agree.
But she didn't do that. She put her head down, went to work, got stronger, and shouldered the vast majority of our innings. And every single inning of meaning for UCLA was pitched by Taylor Tinsley. Um,
Yeah,
if we
other than like the single inning by Britton Alley in the
Brinali,
Calabasas game.
yeah, no, that's true. Uh, Shout out to you, Bryn. You're not on this PowerPoint, but shout out to you. um, yeah, like if we don't have Taylor Tinsley this year, I don't think we host a regional, and I think there's a chance that we're a bubble team for the tournament, just
Oh,
because of
wow.
well, you saw how many runs we gave up when she wasn't pitching.
Sure.
You just can't outrun that. And at some point, you can score a million runs, but when the other team keeps on responding and keeps on getting more, you get drained. And at some point, you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like,
Sure.
it's fun to make comebacks when you know that you're going to be able to hold the other team at some point, right? But
Hmm.
if you've no one to hold the other team, it's just throwing. I don't know. I can know an analogy, but it's like trying to put out a fire with something that's not going to put out the fire. You know what I mean?
Trying to
uh,
put out a fire with gasoline.
exactly. Like you're just making it worse. You're just prolonging the inevitable. But we had Taylor, and Taylor is just a Bruin legend. Like I don't know if she'll be talked about nationally much, but people within the UCLA community, we will remember Taylor Tinsley and what Taylor Tinsley gave us this year. We got to go back to the World Series their senior year, which was but was very much. If we went to the World Series this year, it was a massive overachievement. We went because of Taylor, and we competed there because of Taylor. Um, so yeah, I just have so much love for Taylor Tinsley, um, and I hope that she just knows like that she never once let us down in the circle. You know, we we owe her a lot as a UCLA Bruin community.
Yeah, I mean, I'd argue that she did get the national recognition. She made the all tournament team.
Yeah, I just mean like going forward. You know,
Yeah,
no
no, sure, sure.
Megan and Jordan. Well, you want to get someone who will be talked about going forward.
Jordan Woolery.
Jordan Woolery. Megan and Jordan will be talked about for years and years to come. They're two of the best hitters that have ever gone through the college game.
Jordan
Uh,
finishes with 36.
36, one behind the
Yeah.
record. 117 RBIs, which is second all time. So she'll have a season that is a 497 average, so close to that 500, but it doesn't matter. Um, Second most home runs all time. Well, third now. I forgot. Oh, Megan, you ruined. You see what you did, Megan.
Isn't she fourth all time?
She's probably tied. She's tied for because Allo had 36 too, so she's tied for
Right,
third.
but Wells also has more than the
Oh,
record.
Wells, I forgot about her too. Yep, so she's fourth. She's well, fourth all time in home runs for a single season, and second all time in RBIs for a single season. Just every time you needed a big hit, and Jordan Wooler was at the plate, you don't even worry, she's gonna do it.
Hmm.
Like she's the most clutch player I've ever seen. Like uh, I've ever seen game tying home runs, walk off home runs, big grand slams, go ahead, and she did it her whole career. Her first ever home run was a go ahead grand slam against Montana Fouts. Her last, I was actually there for that game. Her last home run was a game tying home run in the seventh inning against Nigeri Kennedy. Any pitcher, it doesn't matter the pitcher. She's homered off of all of them. Homers off of Carlin Pickens in her career, homers off of Jordy Ball, Montana Fouts, Lindsey Grine, Nigeri Kennedy. She probably homered off of KT in practice. Uh, so, yeah, just what were your thoughts on Jordan this one or 2 years following her?
I mean, she's just really she's the consistency, right?
Yeah,
Like the constant in that three-headed monster that was the senior class, right?
yes,
She's the consistent like heartbeat of it. And then you have Meg who gets the really high highs, and
yes,
you have Taylor who just fights for everything.
yeah. I mean, they're uh, Jordan Woolery was the most complete hitter in softball this year, and I don't think there's anyone that would disagree with that. That would, when they're being objective, she was Softball America Player of the Year, and she proved why at the World Series. She's just so much fun to watch. She plays the game with joy. She's a hard worker. All three of these seniors, just such hard workers, and yeah, I think that transitions nicely into what's the future going to look like because I think Jordan Taylor and Megan set a really good example of if you want it and you work for it, you can achieve it. Because those three worked hard. It didn't look like it was going to happen for them this year, but they locked in. They all three of them had probably the best seasons of their career, and they got us to where we wanted to go. So I think I got five. So I got five players who I think it's like these are the key to UCLA's future.
Sure.
Um, you know who they are. You want to call them out, Kyle? You know these players.
Yeah. Alina Garcia,
Mm-hmm.
Riley Slimp,
Slimpity,
Jolina Lamar,
JoJo,
Brie Alejandre,
Bree. She's just
and
Bree.
Kanaya Bragg.
KB. Uh,
And then
yeah, I
I
think.
would say Sujin next year consistently as well.
Yeah,
She's just a year older than the rest of
yeah.
them.
She's two. She'll be a senior next
Yeah.
year. Yeah, I'm talking about the young, like the real youngs. You know,
Sure.
the ones who like, and not that there's nothing wrong with not starting your career as a Bruin. We love our transfer Bruins, but these are recruited as Bruins, wanted to be Bruins from day one, and want to leave their legacy on this program. Uh, so yeah, this is a really strong young core. Um, Set 18 home runs for Slim, 20 something for Alina, 18 for Bragg, 14 for
I think it's 22 for Alina.
I'm just spitballing. We don't need
Yeah.
exacts.
Yeah.
Jolina 14 and then 24 for uh Alejandre. If we were worried about the power, where it's going to come from, if you were as our listener, you don't have to be worried. We have the power. You know, the
Yeah, I
power.
mean, even if you took out Jordan and Meg from this year's group, UCLA is still a top five uh, home run offense in the country.
Yes. And obviously, all these hitters benefited from having Jordan and Megan, one as teammates, learning from them. Hopefully, they can carry that forward and they'll continue to learn from them. I'm sure that the line of communication is open for them. But also, they benefited just from having protection in the lineup. You had to throw to these hitters
Sure.
because of Jordan and Megan. But now get better. Like, if all these players can take a step forward, just a little step forward, or stay the same, we're in a really good place offensively.
I know. You look for someone like Alina Garcia, if she can find this like consistently throughout her career,
Yeah.
she could be on track to shatter that UCLA home run record by the time she graduates.
And Brie Andre, she hit 24 this year. If she
That's what I was
keeps that
talking
up.
about, right?
Oh, you said Alina Garcia.
Oh, I meant Andre.
I mean, Garcia could do it too. She hit 20 as well. But
How many did she hit last year, though? Oh, well, she has 3 years left, though, because she redshirted last year.
yeah,
And the
I think
5 year rule, probably.
she hit
So,
three or four
yeah, okay.
last year. So they'll be close. And I'd like to see Jolina cut down on the strikeouts a little bit. I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, same with
Brie,
Alejandre, honestly.
I will say
Um,
Alejandre improved throughout the year with
I
the
would agree.
strikeouts. Um, Jolina did not, but Uh, I think Jolina knew her role in the nine hole, and her role was you're the nine hole. You just go up there and swing big. You know.
I'm going to
Um,
say something and you can tell me if I'm loud and wrong. But
yeah,
I'd also say, I feel like towards the end of the year, you started to see Kanaya swinging a little too big often. Like she was really looking for those big swings and not necessarily just the hits.
yeah. One thing about Kanaya, I do think that she felt the pressure to be the hitter behind Jordan and Megan.
Sure.
The thing about Kanaya, I don't think Kanaya is a home run hitter. I think that Kanaya is best when she's gap to gap, um, and like being more of a pure hitter. And I think Kanaya got a little bit caught up in being a home run hitter at the end of the year. Uh,
Okay.
so we'll see if she can be a little bit more consistent. Of course, she was hurt at the
Right.
end of the year with her ankle, so she played through that. I think she did a great job. And she also had a great year too. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you don't hit 17 home runs and not have a great year or whatever it
Yeah,
was.
exactly. And I will say this is all high impact positions that these players are playing. Um, Kanaya is plays second. She can play short. She played short her freshman year. Alina is obviously one of the best shortstops in the country. Alejandra is a really great third baseman. So a lot of times when you look at teams and you have your most important positions locked down for the future, that's really encouraging. You know, we have a shortstop, a third baseman, a second baseman, a center fielder, and a left fielder for the next 3 years, hopefully.
And we've got Lefty and Mujica for
Yep.
2 more.
Lefty will be done after this year. She could be on this list too, but of course, Lefty. I don't even know if Lefty still has to announce that she's coming back. Uh, so I don't know. Now
I mean, I
UCLA,
don't
I
think she's leaving, but
don't think she's leaving either, but I don't think they'll announce either. I think she'll just be back. UCLA
yeah,
softball has
probably.
done that in the past where they're just back. You know,
And then
no announcement.
so that's spot 6 in this lineup. And
Yeah.
then Sujan Berry will find a consistent spot in the lineup next year, likely.
Yeah. Well, should we talk about
Yeah, that's where I was trying to move to.
some
I don't think we have a
transfers? Yeah.
slide for it though, right?
Well, we'll talk about
Oh,
Lupe,
just
and
for Lupe.
then we'll talk about hopeful transfer additions.
Sure, sure.
So yeah, we did get one transfer pitcher. I think it's Micah Lupe,
Are,
or
are you sure it's not Mika?
it might be Mika. Yeah, Lupe. I don't know how to pronounce it, but she'll have a pronunciation guide on the website soon
We'll
enough.
figure it out by next year.
So, uh, yeah, she's a pitcher from Arizona State. Was the number two behind Kinsey Brown all year. She pitched really well at the Texas Super. In a game that they could have won easily. She pitched very well. Um, yeah, I'm excited about her. She's a hard thrower. She's more of a pitch to contact pitcher, which is good because we have a veteran infield. You know, like
Hmm.
we have a very solid infield. I trust all of them to make plays behind a pitcher, and she should too. Yeah, ERA in the threes. 100 innings this year. Walked just 23 hitters, so that's good. That'll be a nice change for UCLA. We walked a lot of people this year. Hopefully, though, I don't want to say exactly who we're hoping to get because that's not
Sure,
me and
we're
Kyle
not in the
are.
business of outing the
Yeah,
information we have, and it
yeah,
just like, but there are some hopeful additions out there. Maybe just name a couple that are in the portal that you'd like to see, and not necessarily who you've heard.
yeah. Well, I will say like just because we don't want to. Me and Kyle are very privileged uh, that we do have people who will tell us information, and we don't want to break their trust. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So we want to remain. We'd like to keep on getting that information.
I would say people we definitely don't know anything about, but I could see coming to UCLA.
Yeah. Who do you
Delaney
think?
Everett is from California.
Yep.
Entered the portal from Mississippi State. Had that incredible weekend versus Oklahoma. She'd make a really solid addition to this UCLA staff.
Yeah, I agree. I think that would be a good one. I like Sam Lincoln out of Texas Tech. I don't know if she'd ever consider coming out
Mhm.
west, but I like her. She's also a lefty. I would love for us to get a lefty. I think that's our one thing that would make a really nice staff. If we can just get one more solid pitcher, um, and then a lefty, I think we'd be in a really good place to be a top five team again next year.
Sure. I
Uh,
would agree with you. I'd also say Arkansas had an arm enter the portal. They had two, I think.
yes,
One of them
uh,
is very good. Um,
one of them is a two-way. I don't. I think her name's Cam Harrison
that's
or
the freshman, right?
yeah. I was an Arkansas fan DM'd me and told me like that would be a really good addition for UCLA. So she didn't have like, oh, I think she's coming. That was just more just like, hey, did you see? I think she would be good at
Sure,
UCLA.
sure.
Um, so I could see that. I would also like one good bat, one more good power bat. You can never have enough offense, you
And there are
know.
so many of those out there.
Yeah.
Um, do we have any potential names there? Like that you would like, not necessarily that you know anything about. I don't think you've told me anything about hitters, so I don't think I know.
Um, there. I don't even know. I don't know. I haven't looked too. So I'm so focused on we need pitchers, you
Sure,
know.
sure.
So the hitters are just if we can get one, we get one because we're fine on hitting. You know,
I know
we
there's
didn't.
the one pitcher who is, or hitter who is in the portal, I think.
Do you know a name?
I'm trying to get it.
Okay.
Um, but I don't know anything about her.
Okay. Uh,
Tori Edwards is in the portal.
yeah, from LSU. I
Yeah,
think that would be a great addition for
sure.
UCLA. She has a lot of power. She kind of had a down year this year, but um, she would just be a junior. I think she'd just be a junior, but
Be a good addition to that
that would
young
be
core.
a good addition. Uh,
Um,
I I will say as of now, UCLA has had no one enter the portal. on our side, hopefully it does stay that way. Um,
Portal closes at the end of this week.
the
Is it 30
22nd.
days or 15 days?
It's 15 days.
Yeah,
It
so probably later next week.
closes on the 22nd.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so that's, I don't really know anything else you want to touch on in terms of transfers. We can go through every name and every pitcher and say we want this pitcher.
No, sure.
A lot of
No,
them came in.
I just think there's a couple out there, and there's plenty of options, right, for UCLA
Yeah,
to go out there and find someone that is going to get the job done for them with the offense they have, and even better if that person has more than 1 year and can be on the staff when I can't remember her name.
oh, a Coral Williams.
Coral
Yeah,
comes in 27.
and let's put a little bit of stake into Natalie Cable and Bryn Nally improving next year.
Oh,
Hopefully they can
absolutely.
find some off season, something that works for them to help them get a little bit more experience. They have experience now at the D1 level, so they can go and use that. They know they need to improve on.
I'd also say UCLA has a top 10 recruit coming in Aubrey
McLaughlin.
McLaughlin.
McLaughlin. She'll probably slot in either at first base. She's going to slot in either at first base or the outfield, whichever position we don't fill in the portal.
Sure.
She's playing both in travel right now and at the national team level, so she will be a starter for UCLA. Yeah, but just to close it out on the transfer portal, UCLA will be adding one more pitcher and hopefully one bat. The bat is much more speculative, but we will be getting one more pitcher if you want to look out for that.
And there's plenty of options for that other bat, right? Like, even if we don't get someone, it's like Mujica could be in the lineup consistently.
Ramsey, I think
Ramsey
Ramsey
Suarez as
yeah.
well. Even Leva showed some really nice things this year. So, like, if she could have a good developmental summer,
Yeah,
that's an option too.
exactly. Yeah, we're fine. Our lineup's going to be good no matter what, but you can always get a little better. UCLA, the expectation is championships for UCLA softball. So, yeah. Anything else, Kyle?
No, I think that is it for that. I'll head over to the wrap up slide here. We'll have two more episodes of the like regular coverage stuff for you guys from this season. I think we will have a basketball transfer portal. They're gonna move in soon, so I think we'll have some stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
And then just a favorite like moments from the year episode. I think will be fun, like a
Yeah.
Bruins of the year moments, things
Well, we
like
did
that.
that we did that last year
To start the year, like our
to
favorite
start.
Bruins from the year prior. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll be fun. Maybe we'll do that in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, and then midsummer have a WNBA AUSL check-in and head towards fall. And I'm really looking forward to next year. I'm super excited. Not super off topic, but gymnastics recruits released their new recruit ratings this morning, and our 2026 Cameron Tesson, she's now ranked the number 2 recruit in the entire class of 2026.
Let's go.
And then Zoe and Michelle are 5 stars, of course. Brooke Katz moved up to 4 stars. Maddie Stewart's still a 4-star. And then Jolyn Sikat Valeros is our 3-star in that class. So it's a really strong year for UCLA. The softball team should be even better next year, even though we lost some stuff this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we are able to go out and get a couple more portal pieces. Gym team, I think, will be better next year than we were this year, even though, we lose Jordan Childs. And then basketball team, we're not going to win another natty, right? But it's going to be really fun to watch these young pieces develop.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm excited to watch us hang a banner on first.
Yeah, I'm super excited to watch us hang a banner. I'll be there.
All right, we done? We done?
I think we're done.
All right, everyone, have a good rest of your night and leave your comments.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of the Bruins podcast. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, leave your hate, vitriol, love, and support, and Stevie will respond to all of it. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at BruinsPod. We'll post some updates over there, some stuff on the story on Instagram from time to time, and we'll see you guys in the next 2 weeks or so with 2 more episodes, and then we'll look towards fall.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great weekend, whenever you're listening to this, and we will see ya in the next one. Bye-bye.